however much Kirk's personality and his style of administration may have exacerbated the situation would have been there no matter who was president of Columbia University. Right. So that, Cordier came out with this thing that he's going to recommend that every month or every week, each dean set aside some time to talk to students who've done enough appointments, which makes the liberal assumption that what we have here is a failure of communication. But that isn't so, because it's an analysis of an entire system, of the functioning of a corporate entity that is at question. The students understand very, very well what the ruling class of Columbia does, what it is about.
The university now has become, to use an old term, a means of production, whereby one guy does a little bit for IDA, another little bit for CIA, where the troops, the NROTC, are trained here. And this university is now a means of production producing the mechanisms of human oppression. It's been bought out by the military.
This house went up on violence, and this country's going down on violence. As a house go up, our house must come down, whether you like it or not.
On April 23rd, SDS called a demonstration in which we planned to demonstrate inside Low Library to protest Columbia's complicity with the Institute for Defense Analysis, its racism in building the gym in Morningside Park, and its attempted suppression of the left by disciplining 6 students. About 500 people joined us at the Sundial. We were opposed by about 200 jocks. We found that not only were the jocks there blocking our way, but we found when we got to Low Library that the library was locked by the administration.
The pigs called in reinforcements.
At that point, we took Dean Coleman, thinking he was our trump card, but we didn't know that our real strength was in holding the building and staying there. The real thing about the black-white split was that the two groups realized that we had 2 different political identities. The blacks wanted to stop the gym. They figured the best way to do this was to hold the building, barricade it. The whites, on the other hand, saw and still see that our goal is to radicalize other white people. We didn't want to confront other students coming to class. We thought that we should confront our enemy, the administration. But we didn't realize that we were much too timid, and that what we really had to do was to show our moral strength and hold the building. Now the blacks saw that we were split amongst ourselves, that we weren't disciplined, and that we really didn't understand what the correct militant tactic was. So they asked us to leave.
Look, it's been 2 days and we've taken 5 buildings. Hamilton, Low, Avery, Fairweather, and Mass. If we've got the administration figured right, they're up for calling the cops. And when they do, we want to be here.
I mean, there were mothers there who didn't have any sons in Columbia, who didn't want to see their park there, who didn't want IDA to be running down experiments at the school against their children and against their families.
Of the 200 who went into Low Library, only 23 stayed when the first cop scare came. But as the days wore on, we realized that our strength was in our militancy, in staying in those buildings. It took the example of the blacks to move us.
The defense is all taken care of. Security is a problem. Letting people in and out of the buildings. Watches. We need people to watch the windows every night.
We had a walkie-talkie set up, citizens band walkie-talkies. Plus, there were telephone communications to every building, which the university tapped. We had 3 mimeographs that worked constantly, and there were people who did nothing during the strike but relate to the mimeograph machine. And there was a big sign on the wall, quote from somebody in Berkeley, which says, 5 students and a mimeograph machine can do more harm to a university than an army. One of the things that would happen was that each new group of people who came in the building, each new day's recruitment to the building would become political. The stable of commune life was the meeting that we'd meet for approximately 8 hours a day. A lot of it was political education, a lot of it was just bullshit, a lot of it was worrying about what we'd do when the police came.
The question of amnesty is really important because it's a political question. Our legitimacy to protest has to be recognized before we can negotiate.
That food is going up. There's nothing else to say. That food is going up. They ain't been eating. These motherfuckers have been eating. They have it. Of course they have. They got plenty of food. They don't have any. They don't have any left. They called us up. You haven't been up there. Don't say anything. They don't have any food. These cops have been eating. Hey, stop it! You damn fool! Cut it!
Now the position of the professors was one of being the police, that they had to take sides. Either they were for taking food in or not for taking food in. They were on the side of the jocks or on our side.
But they never understood that. The faculty wanted to mediate between us and the administration because they never understood the nature of our demands or of our struggle. If you talk to anyone outside, they immediately realized that there was something there that they had never seen before. This was one of the new experiences for most of the people at the strike. It's sort of an electric awakening.
As the spirit in Fairweather was so high tonight, we decided that it would be entirely appropriate to be married.
It was felt that Fairweather was not only holy ground, but was our home. And we therefore chose to be married at home with our family.
Forthwith Thank you, gentlemen. The university will make a complaint immediately of trespass to the New York City Police Department in connection with your activities. We have been informed that the police department will take all the necessary action in connection with our complaint against you. This order to remove yourself forthwith is separate and apart from any question of amnesty. You will be subject to proper disciplinary action by the university in any event.